So what I want to talk to you about is Bay City Jive. Tell me about that. Do you have like a new trade coming out? What's going on with it?
Nothing. I mean, Bay City Jive is one of my favorite things I've ever done. It's also one of the first. And I was working at Wildstorm, and they approved it. But I was young, I was stupid, I didn't keep the rights. And I thought that it would do so well that I would do sequel after sequel. And it did well enough for the time, but it was never collected, and it maybe never will be collected. And I advise everyone to seek it out. You can find it in quarter bins. It's Shaft meets Big Trouble in Little China. And it's super fun, and it's like sort of like an unseen Layman gem that I tell everyone to recommend. I'm kind of doing Batman, hoping that I get enough juice at DC that they'll be like, hey, why don't we collect this thing?
Okay, cool. Well, thanks. And tell me a little bit about, I know fans have been waiting about the Chog.
Oh, well, the Chog was stolen. I had a toy, or maybe I lost it, but I no longer have it. They're being produced in China. They look like this, and they're on a boat, and they're really cute, and they're pink, and we're gonna have Chog toys, and we just have Chog T-shirts now.
Okay, all right. So you can get Chog T-shirts, but no toys quite yet.
In about 3 weeks, they'll be available for mail order.
All right. Okay. Okay. So your name is attached to too many books to even count. How
Really?
do you? Well, you know, I mean,
I guess so. I mean, I've been doing it for 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years. It's a lot. So, I mean, how do you manage being associated with all these different titles? And, you know, do you have your favorites, etc.?
I absolutely have my favorites. And you know, when you're coming up, you know, I went freelance in 2001. You kind of have to say yes to everything. You know, you kind of have to say yes to pay the bills. And now I'm in a position where I don't have to say yes to pay the bills. Chew does well enough that I don't have to take anything that I don't like. But there are absolutely some books that, you know, you took to pay the bills, and then there's some that you took to pay the bills and they turned out awesome. And you try to make everything quality. You know, you don't just make garbage, because that's not good, but like my Scarface was a real favorite, and Scarface was where I think I found my voice for Chew. It's very playful. Like something like Thundercats, I'm not necessarily the biggest Thundercat fan, and I keep getting invited to Thundercats conventions, and it's like, I'm not really an expert, you know. I'm proud of the story, but beyond that, I'm not the biggest Thundercats fan. So Bay City Jive, Scarface, Huffed, House of M, Fantastic Four, Marvel Zombies, Army of Darkness. That's kind of the essential Layman, I think.
Yes, absolutely. I actually just bought like a collection of Marvel Zombies.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I was kind of geeking out over this. Well, okay, what do you have coming up in the future for us to look forward to?
I finished Mars Attacks. I was writing Mars Attacks and Chew, and then Batman approached me, and I had to say yes to that. Of course. But I'm also slow, and I was very far ahead, knowing that if I took Batman, I wouldn't be far ahead, and now I'm not. But I just finished Mars Attacks, so I'm Chew and Detective until I can get far ahead again, and then I'll start taking more work.
Right. Awesome. Well, I feel so honored to be able to like sit here and chat with you.
By Thor.
Yeah. Okay.